One of the most useful functions in Excel is a function called vlookup. That's what we're going to look at in this video. If I've spoken to you before about vlookup, you may well have heard me say that in a previous job I got to the point where people were phoning me up and saying, I have a question about Excel, and my immediate answer was, it's vlookup. Now tell me the question. Vlookup can be used in very many circumstances. What we're going to do is use vlookup, which stands for vertical lookup, to populate this sales manager column on my example sales page. And I want to look up the name of the region, which is North, cell A2, in the table of information, which can be anywhere. Again, I'll make that an absolute reference. Sorry, there we go. It's better. So, again, to clarify, absolute reference A2 to B4 with the dollar signs around means that wherever I move that formula, it will continue to refer to A2 to B4. The vlookup, the information you're looking up always needs to be in the first column of that block. It doesn't have to be in column A, it can be any column, but the data has to start with whatever it is you want to look up, and then have stuff to the right hand side that you want to return. My example is very straightforward. I've only got 2 columns. So we've got what do we want to look up, which is A2, or the word North. Where do we want to look it up? Well, that's in this range A2 to B4. And having found it, how many columns across do we want to go? Column A in this instance being the first column, column B being the second. That's what we want to say. Finally, there's a logical test. With true or false. If true, you'll get an approximate match. Nearly all of the time, it's going to be the word false, which means you want an exact match. Certainly in our day-to-day work, we would be looking up, for example, information to do with the policyholder. You wouldn't want to return the nearest policy number, you would want to return only the exact policy number. But if you had perhaps a tax table with rates up to age 60 and then up to 65 and then 70 and 75, you'd look up the nearer one. It's below that value or equal to it, and that's where you would use true. As I say, in our example we're going to use false. So we've said, look up the word North in the Sales Manager table, and having found it, move across to the second column and return the value that we found. And we'll fill that all the way down, and there we are, we have all the sales managers. You'll notice in row 6 I have an NA. Because I've used false, I said I wanted an exact match. And there is no sales manager for the East region. It's because the East region was created in a previous video for demonstration purposes, mainly to change the results of the counter and sum if formulas. In another video we'll be looking at what to do when things go wrong and how to identify errors in data. It's a very, very quick overview of the vlookup. An entire day's training course could easily be done looking at the complexities of this formula, but it's a very good one to get to grips with because you will find it very useful whenever you're using Excel. I hope you found this interesting. If you need help with this or any other function, of course, in Excel, just contact me and I'll do my best to help. Thanks for watching.